Hi, my name is Lynnis Woods-Mullins, and welcome to Wellness Woman webinar series. This is Wellness Wednesday, and we like being able to share with you tips that we feel are going to help enhance your mind, body, spirit wellness. I love the idea of women becoming empowered to really take responsibility for their health and not just put themselves on the back burner, but learn to put themselves on the front burner. Because after all, if we're not feeling well, if your health isn't vibrant, if you're not feeling good about yourself, then it's difficult to take care of all of the other people in our lives. It's difficult to play all the roles that we play as women in this society. It's difficult to feel comfortable in our skin if we're not taking care of us first. And Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond is all about the idea of getting the word out of how important it is to not just take good care of yourself, but to love your mind, body, and spirit. Today's webinar series is about starting your day in a positive way, tips to help you stay positive and energized throughout your day. First, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Lynnis Woods-Mullins, and I am the founder of PraiseWorks Health and Wellness and Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond e-magazine. Our mission is to help women to thrive in their mind, body, and spirit, and I specialize in working with women 40 and over. I'm a holistic health coach. I'm a talk show host of the show The Wellness Journey Live, editor and publisher, as I mentioned, with Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond e-magazine. Also an author and a speaker, and mother, grandmother, and wife, soon to be 59 years old. And that's a picture of me taken, maybe about 3 or 4 months ago. And yes, you can see I have embraced my gray and my natural hairstyle. And I have to tell you, I am happier now, overall, more joyful in my life right now than I ever was before I decided to make some changes. And what I'm going to share with you today, one of the most fundamental changes that I made about 8 years ago. I made a commitment to start my day in a positive way and to find ways to maximize that throughout the day. And I'll tell you the reason why that was so important to me. I love that picture. It just makes me happy. One of the reasons why it was so important for me to start my day in a positive way was because prior to my making the decision to incorporate some of these things every day, my morning was pure and total chaos. The only thing that resembled the picture that we're looking at right now in terms of how my day looked in the morning was that I got a chance to look at this picture. This would be the picture that I looked at in the morning. I put it on this PowerPoint. I would at least look like that, look at it in the morning to kind of hopefully it would help me to feel more calm. But the reality was my morning looked nothing like that picture. About 8 years ago, I was feeling pretty much like that picture. I was overwhelmed. I was totally stressed, anxious every morning, low energy by midday, lack of focus, and very moody. Does that sound familiar to you? Do you ever wake up sometimes in the morning worrying about how your day is going to go? Do you ever during the course of your day feel like, God, I'm out of energy, and it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you know you have at least another 6 or 7 more hours of your day at least? Have you ever found it difficult to just stop and focus, to reconnect with yourself? Well, that was me 8 years ago, and I discovered that I needed to do something else because I had been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, with borderline depression, and I needed to get on top of this because I didn't want to live my life looking like that for the rest of my life. So I took some action. I made a decision. It was time for me to make a change. So I decided to really take a look at my life to see what I could change. I decided to be kinder to myself and put myself on the front burner instead of always on the back burner. And I decided to look for opportunities to have more joy in my life and change the way I started my day. Now, I'm not saying that if you do all these things that all your problems are going to go away. But I can tell you that if you begin to start your day in a positive way, that is the first and most important step to wellness, because you are entering into the world of self-care and self-love. If you're taking good care of yourself, if you're learning to love yourself, you are well on your way to living a much better life, because many of us, as women and men too, many of us don't take out enough time to just be with ourselves. We live in a very fast-paced environment. And back in the day when I wasn't doing this, I was raising my children. I have 4 daughters, and I was a perfect van mom. We basically lived in the van. You know, we ate breakfast in the van. We ate snacks on our way to cheerleading practice and dance class in the van. Sometimes we ate dinner in the van while we'd be picking up from tutors and other meetings that they would have after school. We were van people. And over time, while the kids seemed to be thriving, I was not. I could barely catch up. I was so tired the majority of my day. So after doing some research and listening to my friends and also listening to my therapist, because I decided to enter into therapy to see what I could do to reconnect with myself, I came up with these ideas that worked for me. And I want to share them with you. And I want to tell you that, you know, you may not want to do all of these at once, but just 1 or 2 of these things. Over time, you will begin to see some changes. So let's get started as I share with you the tips that I do every morning to start my day. I love that picture. Yes, I do get up and stretch in the morning. I love stretching in the morning and getting fresh air, going to some place where there's a window where I can just breathe in fresh air. I love doing that. But before I even do that, I do this. The first thing in the morning, I drink my lemon water. It wakes up the brain. It gets my metabolism going. It actually detoxifies your liver, and it is an energizer. All 4 of these things are so important in terms of starting your day in a well way. You want to wake up your brain with water, because water is 90% of the brain is comprised of water. That's the first thing. And of course, we all care about our metabolism. And as we get older, our metabolism changes. So we need to do some things to try to help the metabolism out. Drinking lemon water in the morning gets your digestive system going. It hydrates you. And let me talk about detoxification of the liver and why that's so important. Our liver is the basic main filter of our body. It goes through all the gunk we put in it. Not just what we eat, but also what we absorb, the toxins that we breathe in through our nose and that we take in through our skin. All of that goes to the liver. By drinking lemon water, it helps to detoxify that liver in no other better way in terms of just doing something that's very easy and very natural. Drinking lemon water in the first part of the day and throughout the day can help ensure a healthy liver. You want a healthy liver because when that breaks down, it's just a matter of time when everything else breaks down. So you want to make sure that you keep a healthy liver. It energizes you because of the electrolytes in water. You know, water helps us to have energy. And I really do recommend that you drink water throughout the day. I mean, right now, I have my water, my lemon water that has lemon in it. You can hear me pouring it because I'm going to pour it right now. It has lemon in it. It has a little bit of ginger in it. And it also has a little bit of apple cider in it because apple cider helps with detoxification. It also helps to burn fat. Ginger gives me a little bit of energy. The water gives me clarity of thought. I drink this throughout the day. And I like to try to drink about half of my body weight. So if I weigh 135 pounds, which is close to what I weigh, I think I weigh 138, I will drink, you know, at least 62, 63 ounces of water. You know, and that may sound like a lot, but if you drink it throughout the day, it's amazing how much water you will drink. So, lemon water first. That's so important to start your day. The next thing I do is I go to my prayer room. Now, you may not have a prayer room. Maybe you have a place of your office or a place in your section of the house that belongs to you. If you don't have that, then you need to create one. That section of the house can be a chair, where you have some of your favorite books, maybe a candle, maybe a place to play music, maybe your iPod player or something. Maybe the lighting is a little bit lower or less, and it's kind of your intimate corner. It's important that you go to that same place every day to be able to be still. It only takes a few minutes, 10 minutes or longer during the first few minutes of your day. Read something inspirational, maybe an inspirational story or scripture. I'm a Christian, so I read the Bible. I'm not trying to convert anyone, but if you don't read the Bible, read something inspirational. Like, for instance, I just got from the library just the other day, Hoda Kotub's 10 years later, and it's about 6 people who faced adversity and transformed their lives. This is very inspirational, these 6 stories. Go to the library and find some books, maybe some stories, Chicken Soup. Chicken Soup has a great series of all kinds of inspirational stories that kind of can help you start your day and be uplifting. After I do that, I make sure I take some time to just be quiet. So many times we don't check in with ourselves. It's important that we kind of check in with ourselves. And for me, the way I check in is through prayer. But maybe you might want to do meditation, just being quiet for 3 or 5 minutes and just settling and listening to that voice within that many times we ignore throughout the course of the day. It allows you to get centered. It allows you to feel connected. And it allows you to feel a sense of peace and connect with God or your supreme being. The next thing I do is I make sure I incorporate movement after that. Just 10 to 15 minutes, go jogging, brisk walk, yoga, stretching, whatever gets you moving. As I say all the time, we were not created to be stick figures. We have joints, and the joints were meant to move. And many times during the course of our day, if you have a sedentary position, if you're sitting at the computer all day like many of us are, we just don't move enough. And our bodies are screaming for that. So if you can take a 5 or 10 minute brisk walk around the block, or maybe do some stretching to your favorite video, or maybe you know some yoga moves, doing a yoga asana, which is a move that's very easy. You can look it up on the internet, or you can email me and I'll send you an asana, and it shows you the movement you can do in the morning to wake up the body. Stretching is also so wonderful for your joints. It gets the blood flowing. It keeps you from getting body aches. And this way of starting the day is especially effective for people who are over 40, because many times this may be the only time of movement you get in the course of the day. And you want to try to do at least 30 minutes a day. So if you can do 10 to 15 minutes of this, then you're already halfway there. The next thing I do, breakfast. It is the most important meal of the day. You got to take time to do it. And you can do some really simple stuff, okay? I do green smoothies just about every morning, and I have a whole bunch of different recipes. You can go to my website and click on the link there where it says delicious green smoothies, and I think there's like 21 different green smoothie recipes for free that you can get, and it's a great way to start getting into green smoothies. I believe in them because they are chock full of vitamins and minerals that you need, not just in the morning, but throughout the day. They have a tendency to be lower in calories. They really do energize you throughout the day, and it's an opportunity for you to use some superfoods in your smoothies, like your flaxseed, your chia seed, your maca root, your protein powders, all those things you can put into the green smoothie. Or if you're not into green smoothies, hot cereal with fruit is wonderful. Of course, oatmeal is fantastic. Rolled oats is the best. That's the one that has not been processed with any kind of fruit. I love berries because berries are full of antioxidants, which we really need. We need that protection against the free radical damage that happens. Also, berries are wonderful for your skin. Or here's a great one, eggs and spinach. Eggs and spinach is really, really fast to make. You stir up the eggs, add the spinach with a little lemon pepper or something. It's delicious. You're getting your protein. You're getting your fiber. Of course, the iron in the spinach, lots of minerals. It's fantastic. Wheat toast with tofu and cheese, or tofu cheese. I don't eat dairy products. I have to tell you, I'm a little anti-dairy, especially as you grow older as an adult, because it increases the mucus lining. A lot of bad stuff in our milk for adults. So I would take a look at doing substitutes for milk, almond milk, any kind of a nut milk or anything like that, or tofu. You can get tofu cheese to put on wheat toast, poached eggs on an English muffin. These are all really quick suggestions. And you know what? I know you're pressed for time, but remember, you're worth it. Eating breakfast in the morning fuels your body not just for then, but studies have shown that, you know how when our blood sugar drops like around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can barely keep your eyes open. I don't know about you, but that used to happen to me because I was never eating breakfast. I was drinking breakfast in the form of coffee. And I'm not anti-coffee. My friends would tell you I do drink my coffee, but I'll tell you what I add to it in the morning in just a minute. But anyway, when you are doing the breakfast, you are preparing the body to sustain itself well past lunch. Sometimes we can't take our lunch, but if we've had our breakfast, your body is still receiving fuel. And if you can take some time to eat a small lunch, you know, of a great green salad with maybe some tofu cheese, or maybe it has some kidney beans in it or something like that, that's fantastic. But when you eat the breakfast, you will feel less cravings, and you will also have more energy throughout the day. Oh, the coffee. I add coconut oil to my coffee and cinnamon. Coconut oil burns fat. Cinnamon is a great energizer, and it kind of gives it some flavoring, so I don't feel the need for sugar. Just a little hint there. Okay. Gratitude journaling. I like to do this while I'm drinking my smoothie or right after I've drank my smoothie. I can't say enough about how important gratitude journaling is. It helps you to focus on the good things that are happening in your life. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing it. Maybe, you know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so where you write down at least 3 things that you are grateful for, no matter how small. And the goal is to start your day focusing on what you're grateful for. Start your day thinking about the good that is in your life instead of focusing on those list of things that you have to do and all that other stuff that comes up in our minds in the course of the day that stresses us out. Instead, write about the good you want to come into your life, even if it hasn't happened yet. Thank God, or your supreme being, or whatever you want to call it, for the good things that happened yesterday. Take some time to reflect on the good things that have happened to you. We find that the things you think about, the things that you ponder on, truly do come to pass. So the more grateful you are, the more an attitude of gratitude you have, the more things you find to be grateful for. It's uncanny. I learned that it wasn't so much that this was any kind of a magical thing. It's just that I was taking my life for granted. I was taking for granted all the blessings that God had given me, all the good things were going in my life. I was just rushing through them, not even thinking about them because they were just small things. I'll tell you about a client of mine that I had. I was coaching her because she was totally stressed out. She was taking my Distress the Mess coaching program. And basically the whole idea of Distress the Mess coaching program is that you minimize the impact of stress on your life. You can't get rid of stress, but you can minimize the impact of stress on your body and then kind of increase the joy in your life. So one of the things we talked about that is crucial in reducing stress was gratitude journaling. And she couldn't think of anything that she was thankful for. Nothing. So, you know, I knew that there were things. I knew there were things. I kept telling her, dig deep, dig deep. And she was like, oh, yeah, okay, well, I'm grateful for my nail polish. I said, okay, well, fine, write that down. She said, really? I said, yes. It might be small, but it's something that you're grateful for. So write it down. And then we came up with 2 other small things. Well, I want you to know, after, I think she was with me for 90 days, after 3 months of coaching, she still, to this day, 5 days later, does gratitude journaling. And she has to put a timer next to her so she can stop because she finds so many things to be grateful for. What a breakthrough. She realized that there were many things in her life that she was taking for granted, that she just wasn't stopping to be grateful for. Gratitude journaling helps you to not just be grateful for what you know you have, but you find yourself looking for things to be grateful for. And the next thing you know, good things start happening, start popping up. It's amazing. The things that we focus on truly can and do come to pass. Now, I like to add music as part of my morning. Any kind of music. I love gospel music, inspirational music, but I was listening to Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66 the other morning, and I was listening to Chicago. Remember Chicago? Oh my God, those horns. It gave me such an up, and it maintained my energy throughout the rest of the morning. So listen to some music as you finish getting ready for the day. Choose music, like I said, that's uplifting, that's inspirational, and continue listening to that same kind of music as you drive to work or drop off the kids or get ready to work from home or whatever's going on in your day. Continue to listen to that. These days in the world of iPhones and Androids, you can put the earplugs in and turn to Pandora or to your radio, whatever you listen to on your phone, and you can pull up whatever music comes into your spirit that you want to listen to, and then there you go. Music is a healer. It brings you joy. It can also bring you peace. And it can also make you happy. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with choosing to be happy? Choosing to do the things that bring you joy. Let music be a part of that. So that's what I do to start my day. And, you know, and give yourself an opportunity to give it a try. Like I said, try maybe just one or two at first. Make the process your own. You know, tweak it if tweak it a little bit if you need to. Um, I know that sometimes you might be concerned about the amount of time, and there are shortcuts that you can do to help you do this so that you're not missing out on starting your day in a positive way. And I want to share with you some of those shortcuts. Like, for instance, you can make the lemon water during the day. You refrigerate it, okay, and then take it out right before you go to bed at night and put it next to your bed. So when you wake up, you can immediately pour in the water. The night before you go to bed at night, set out the scripture or the quote or whatever it is you want to read. Already have it figured out what you want to do. Have your gratitude journal handy right next to you on the bed so you can pick it up immediately, especially if you don't have your own separate room that you want to go to. Cue up the music that you're going to want to listen to. In other words, prepare some of that right before you go to bed so that you're not feeling so rushed and having to do all of this from scratch. Those are some of the shortcuts. And also make a commitment. Make a commitment that you're worth that extra 30 minutes that you're going to take. It's only 30 minutes, ladies, gentlemen, 30 minutes that you're going to take for your day, for you, so that you can have a more positive day. If your day is more positive, you get more things done. You have more of a sense of accomplishment. The chances of you being depressed because you didn't get everything done begins to go away because you're focusing on what you did get done. Because remember, you're in that gratitude zone right now. It helps you to feel better, and it's worth it. If you still feel like your time is crunched, here's an idea. What about you DVR whatever your favorite show is that comes on at 10 o'clock at night and go to bed maybe 30 minutes early or even an hour early so that you can get up earlier and enjoy the idea of starting your day in a positive way. And remember, it's really, really simple, the things that I'm proposing. It really doesn't take that much effort. The only effort it takes is that you begin to change your thought pattern in terms of what's important. We're talking about lemon water in the morning. We're talking about taking some quiet time for prayer and meditation and connecting with yourself and that inner voice. We're talking about movement, any kind of movement, for about 10 or 15 minutes to be able to run, to walk, to do yoga, to stretch, whatever it is that makes you feel good. And gratitude journaling. Take 5-10 minutes to just write down what you're thankful for, things that have blessed you and things you're believing are going to bless you, things that may not have happened yet, but you're already writing them down because you're believing that they are going to happen. And adding music to your life, allowing that music to continue to uplift you and carry you throughout your morning. These are really wonderful ways to start your day in a positive way. I think you're worth it. I know I feel like I'm worth it. So give it a try. You will find that things will be very different. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. I love doing them. We've already done one on anti-aging. We have some other ones coming up later on. We're going to have a webinar on 7 steps to spiritual and financial abundance. And we're going to be talking about herbs and teas that take good care of your body. And we also have another webinar that we did a couple of weeks ago about removing blocks from abundance and from your success. You can always find all of these webinars on my YouTube channel, and I thought I would invite you to follow me on social media. There's my social media. You can follow me on Twitter at PraiseWorks, Facebook, just type in PraiseWorks Health Wellness, or you can type in PraiseWorks Wellness Woman 40. On Instagram, I am at Wellness Woman 40. Pinterest, just type in PraiseWorks Health and Wellness. YouTube, type in PraiseWorks Health and Wellness, or you can email me anytime you have any questions or you want to know more about my coaching programs or anything like that. Please, feel free to email me at wellnesswoman40 and beyond. I'm sorry, wellnesswoman40 at gmail.com. That's wellnesswoman40 at gmail.com. And please go to my website. I mentioned the green smoothie cookbook. You can go to you can go to my website at www.praiseworks.biz, and something will pop up, and you can go ahead and click on that and download your green smoothie recipe book, a fantastic group of green smoothie recipes that are really, really easy, and you will find that they will bless you because you'll feel so much better starting your day having an actual breakfast. Or you can do your green smoothies in the middle of the day. Also, I wanted to share with you, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond e-magazine. It is a fantastic magazine that talks about all the things that you need to do to thrive after 40, 50, 60, and beyond. We've had wonderful women who are experts in the field of mind, body, spirit, wellness, health and wellness. We have doctors, naturopaths, holistic doctors, coaches, massage therapists, aromatherapists, psychologists, pastors. We've had all kinds of women who have contributed to this magazine, and I've been told that it's not only informative, but that it's really inspirational. So go ahead and go to my website at praiseworks.biz, or you can Google Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond to take a look at the issues. They're there for you to enjoy, fantastic information to help you thrive along your journey to wellness for your mind, body, and spirit. And I'm so excited because I've just got through writing a new ebook, Ageless Beauty, Anti-Aging Tips for Women Over 40. If you want to pre-order this book and take advantage of the price, which is only $6.97 and a pre-order, you can email me at info@praiseworks.biz and just type in the subject line, I want to order Ageless Beauty. And I will be more than happy to send you the information on how you can get this book. This anti-aging book has all kinds of ideas and recipes that you can use to help you slow the aging process down. I have clay mask in there, scrubs for the body, natural cleansers, things to help with puffy eyes, crow's feet, wrinkles, dryness, all kinds of wonderful things using some of the ingredients that you have right in your kitchen cabinet that you may not have thought to use. You'll save a lot of money, and you probably would like your skin even more so by using some of these anti-aging beauty tips. And also I talk about recipes that have the kinds of food recipes that have the kinds of minerals and nutrients we need to have to keep our bodies well and to keep that metabolism going and to keep our agelessness going. And you know, I'm not against getting older. My gosh, I'll be 59 in June. I'm not against that. But I do want to do whatever I can to leverage it. You know, I want the wisdom that comes with age, but I also want the beauty that comes with age too. And I really do believe this book has a lot of those tips that just really enhances the beautiful woman that God created you to be. Thanks so much for joining me on this webinar. This is Lynnis from PraiseWorks, and welcome so much. I'm so glad that you stopped in. I hope you enjoyed the webinar series, and we'll see you again next time.